to read eulogy from Jonothan Novak, a childhood friend.
There I was, my first day in junior high school, lost, scared, not knowing what to expect. My older brother told me to watch out for bullies. I could hardly breathe. As the school bell would ring at 10 minutes to the hour, I would go to another class of the unknown. At some point that day, I went to metal shop class, where we were told to sit on imposing bleachers. The teacher was tattooed, gruff, uninviting. He did not even say hello. No one, but no one, said hello, except one. David looked at me, smiled, and said, "Hi, I'm David Hyman." I immediately felt at home and had a new friend. We laughed and laughed as we took sheets of galvanized steel, cutting, bending, and stamping them until we created useless 3 by 3 by 1 inch boxes. Somehow, David and I found great pleasure in making these tchotchkes and proudly bringing them home instead of all the paintings we made in elementary school. After all, we were now grown-ups in junior high. Throughout junior and senior high school, David often visited my home on the weekends, where he was considered an honorary member of our family. My father, an optometrist and inventor, relished his long philosophical conversations with David about science, religion, and life. David always referred to my father as Dr. Novak, showing the utmost respect. My dad looked at David as the perfect young man, asking why I couldn't be his boy. My mother, an outspoken Sephardic from Manchester, England, would tell David and my dad to shut up and come eat her hamburgers and French fries. David spoke of my mom's Sunday night burger dinners as though they were served in a 5-star restaurant. My mom laughed, complaining it was all she knew how to make. As years passed and David moved to the Pacific Northwest, we never lost touch. Roberta, when you still lived in LA, you used to call me with enthusiastic weekly updates of David's newfound life. One day you called telling me about a new sport that David was mastering, racquetball. You were so proud of his gutsy move out of LA and the joy he found every day in his new environment. David, too, showed great spirit for his new home. I remember my first trip to Seattle, where David's passion as a tour guide would make one think he worked for the Seattle Chamber of Commerce. As the years passed, David's life developed with storybook fame. David meets Ruth, a woman of extraordinary beauty, both inside and out, with the strength of a world leader. David's mom, Roberta, a rock of Gibraltar with a great sense of humor, moves up north to join the family, and Ruth and David become the proud parents of Abigail, Penina, and Esther, 3 of the most extraordinary daughters anyone could ever hope for. Throughout David's life, his true personality never wavered. David showed consistent, upbeat optimism, even in the face of great personal challenges. He was academically curious. He studied and learned with great fervor. He was compassionate for all in his life and for those he did not know. There was nothing he would not do for his family and friends. He showed them unwavering love. But never to be forgotten, David smiled. From the first day I met him, David's smile never changed. That smile told us something that has enriched all of us, that all is well. Rest in peace, my friend. I love you. I have another eulogy I was asked to read. And this was written by Rabbi Yitzchak Goldman, a friend of the family. My most amazing friend, you possessed something so rare in our generation. You aren't afraid of personal and spiritual growth. Not only did you recognize the need for it, but you embraced it with every fiber of your being, until you enchanted everyone around you and inspired them to do the same with their lives. I'm sure you are already at work as an advocate for all of us, the people you love and care for so deeply. I will never forget your smile against all odds, the excitement in your eyes as we learned together, and the sentiment you imparted, always asking, what can I do for you? May your neshama reap the rewards of your self-sacrifice. And bitzarura bitzror achayim.